Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Embracing Your Essence on Lilydale Radio. Thank you so much for coming and joining me tonight. As I said, this is Embracing Your Essence on Lilydale Radio. I am Colleen Van Der Zijden, the host of the show, and tonight we are going to be talking about raising your vibration, and I'll also be doing some mini soul readings. As you are joining in, please do say hello. Let me know you're there. I'm trying to move my screen, but hey, here we go. Technology tonight has been something already. So again, thank you. So tonight we're going to talk about raising your vibration and mini soul readings. We have been going through all sorts of energetic shifts, and so many people are feeling horrible. So we're going to talk about some ideas to help you clear your energy, raise your vibration, so that you can be happier and have more peace in your life. So do say hello as you join in. That would be wonderful. And that way I'll know that somebody's out there, number one. And my sound is working, that kind of thing. Hi, Julie. Nice to see you. And Ed and Lisa. Ed and Lisa and Heather. Hi, Samuel, otherwise known as Sam. And hi, Debbie and Leslie. Thank you for joining me tonight. As you're all joining in and saying hello, I do appreciate that. Let me just tell you a little bit about who I am in case you don't know. I am a registered medium here at Lilydale Assembly. I'm a certified intuitive life coach. I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a professional violinist, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about tonight. I'm the author of the book Courageously You, and you can connect with me at ColleenVanderzijden.com or BeCourageouslyYou.com. They go to my website, both of them. And of course, Lilydale, LilydaleAssembly.org is the official website for Lilydale. Lilydale Assembly Incorporated is the official Facebook page, and my official Facebook page is Colleen Van Der Zijden, medium and intuitive life coach. Now, if you are watching my show tonight from a page other than the one I just mentioned, for example, Lilydale's page or the Spiritual Growth and Support Group's page, then you want to come over to my page if you want a reading tonight. I am going to be doing some mini soul readings. So if you want a reading tonight, you need to get over here on my page, Colleen Van Der Zijden, medium and intuitive life coach, because I can only see the comments from my page. I can't see everybody else's. So I'm going back to see who else is here. And Julie is ready to take notes. I've got lots to talk about tonight, Julie. So much to say. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Betty, Sharon, Debbie, Alyssa, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Deborah, nice to see you. Courtney. Hi, Courtney. How are you? And Darlene and Paula. Greg. Hello, Greg. How are you feeling? And Lori and Michelle and Kelly again saying hi to Greg. So nice for all of you to join me again, as I said. I mentioned last week that I am starting this as my second show of my 7th season doing a Lilydale radio show. Rather exciting. So before we get to what we're talking about, I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of different ways to raise your energy. I'm going to talk about why things are happening, the motivation, why you would want to raise your energy, all sorts of things. But let me give you some announcements first. So I have a coaching program that maybe some of you know about, the Courageously You small group coaching program. It starts in January. It's limited to 8 people. I have 3 spots left. I'm telling you now because if you're interested, you might want to register. Go to my website, ColleenVanderzijden.com, and you can get more information there. Also, last week I talked about my Soul Intentions ebook that is on my Facebook page. If you're on my Facebook page, it's pinned right to the top. If you want a free ebook to help you get over some self-doubt and some other things and live in the power of your soul, you can click on that right there and you can get a free ebook. How fun is that? And next, very important right now, I am doing a giveaway in honor and celebration of my birthday, which is this week. So I am going to be giving away a free soul reading. Now, a soul reading is when I talk about who you are at the soul level, the qualities you came into this lifetime with. We talk about your purpose. We talk about some of the things that may have happened in your life. So I am giving away one of those free soul readings. You must be following my page in order to participate in this giveaway. On Thursday night, this Thursday coming up, 2 days from now, October 12th, I think it is, we are going to post at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Right at that very time, we are going to post the rules for this giveaway. So we'll post the steps. If you're interested in a free soul reading, look for this post, 7:30 Thursday night. Okay, you got it? Okay, and then you'll have 2 weeks to enter. I wouldn't delay though, just because 2 weeks can go by fast. So there it is. So let's get to our point tonight. And if you're just joining in, I'm Colleen Vander Zijden. And as I said, we're talking about raising your vibration so you can feel better, basically. And I'm going to be doing some mini soul readings as well. So last week I talked about the consciousness shift and the very intense energy that so many of us are experiencing, right? We talked about how tired people are and our energies are depleted. We talked about how we're confused or we're lost. We don't know where we're going. We feel on edge. And we talked also about how this is totally signs and symptoms, if you will, of the consciousness shift. The consciousness shift means we're moving into a higher vibration. Okay, we're talking about vibration tonight. Higher vibration, one that is more consciously aware. This is where we understand we're all energetically connected to everyone and everything, which is called the oneness. And when we are in this higher evolution of our consciousness, we will also be living in and from love and light. Now, we also talked about getting into the spiritual flow. Okay, the spiritual flow is the limitless energy of the universe, the limitless energy of the divine that's all around us all the time and can help us live our best lives as our soul. So, I'm telling you that so you understand where I'm coming from, what we're doing. It's basically a continuation of last week's show. So this week, we're going to talk about some ideas to help you raise that energy, clear your energy, raise your vibration. Being intentional with your energy will help you live more fully in that spiritual flow. This is our goal. We want to get into that spiritual flow, which is where our soul's light lives, if you will. When you're in this space, you'll have more peace, more joy. And as I said, we're going to do some individual mini soul readings. I'll let you know when the time is to request one. So ask questions as we go, because if you've watched me before, you know sometimes somebody asks me a question and I'm often running giving them a reading, and make sure it's a good question, catches my interest, of course. And just to remind you, if you want a reading tonight, you need to be on my page, Colleen Vander Zijden, Medium and Intuitive Life Coach, okay? So let's talk about raising the vibration. What does that even mean, right? If you are involved or connected with Lily Dale at all, then you understand probably a lot of what I'm talking about, but we may have some people who don't know about this. Raising our vibration means I'm talking about the speed, the quality of the energy around us. Everything is energy. Physical objects, thoughts, ideas, emotions, the earth is a physical energy. Everything is an energy. Part of what we talked about last night was the darkness being revealed and brought to the light. So of course you can probably understand, right, that the darkness would be a lower vibration and the light would be a higher vibration, right? It's pretty straightforward. It's very interesting when we think about this. So darkness as a low vibration would be things like negativity, pessimism, hatred, war, violence, pollution even could be a lower vibration, right? Bullying, controlling others. So you can see what the lower vibrations would be. Now the higher vibrations, just so you understand the contrast between these, would be the light of your soul and the divine, of course. Positivity, anticipation, optimism, hope, love, peace, joy, kindness, caring, helping, connecting with animals, nature, and people. Those would be a higher vibration. Okay. Our goal tonight is to help you, give you some ways so you can step into that higher vibration and get into that spiritual flow, which is also a higher vibration, right? It's directly connected to the love and the light. That spiritual flow, even if we're troubled, it's always around us. Now, there are times where we can feel disconnected, of course. Something's happening in our lives. We're not feeling that divine presence. We're not feeling our truth. We're not feeling love. All of those things. We can feel disconnected from it. We are not disconnected, but we can feel disconnected. So we can intentionally manage our energy to get us back into that flow, to merge with the flow and get back to our soul's light. Okay, now with this, why would we want to raise our vibration? You know, what is the point? What is our motivation for doing this? And there's lots of different ways and reasons that people want to raise their vibration. You know, the primary one, of course, is to strengthen our spiritual connection. When we raise our vibration and get back into that flow, we open our channel, if you will, between our souls and the divine. When we do this, it's easier for us to connect with that divine energy, to connect with spirit, to connect with healing energies. We are not making it easier for them to connect with us, okay? So we're not raising our vibration for spirit or angels or guides, okay? They have no problem connecting with us. We just sometimes aren't as aware as we could be. So we're raising our own vibration so it can make it easier for us to become aware and connected to those energies. Okay, so that's probably the primary reason that we want to raise our vibration. But another reason we want to is it will provide us with peace. We will have more peace. These days, everyone is looking for some kind of peace, inner peace, outer peace. We want peace. Okay, we are living, as I said last week, in this time of very intense energy. It's draining. It's difficult for us to be balanced. And it seems like we're up and down emotionally all over the place. If we can move into this flow and raise our vibration to get there, we're going to find it easier to connect with peace, even if there are things happening around us that are getting in our way. Another motivation for raising our vibration is we'll have more joy. We're human, right? We are human, and we are still going to have difficulties and loss and pain. But we can handle it better and get through it faster when our vibration is higher. It will bring more opportunities to experience joy to us. When we get in that flow, it will also improve our intuition. So many people ask me, how can I improve my intuition? And I remember way back when I wanted to improve my intuition, what I wanted was somebody to give me, the 3 steps. And you know how much I love my steps. But I wanted somebody to show me exactly what to do, like what games to play that I could get in my intuition stronger. I didn't realize that at that time, and I do now, that the more authentic I am, the more genuine I am, the more I'm living from my soul's love and light, that raises my vibration and gets me into that flow. And that, when I'm in that flow, that's where I'm connected to that limitless flow of energy, which, think about this is the energy that's everywhere, is going to bring us that intuition. It'll be easier for us to connect with that energy and get those messages, okay, the ones we need. Hi, Leslie, thank you. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Definitely things going on right now getting in my way. Deborah says, oh, there's so much happening, isn't there, you guys? There is just so much happening. So another reason why we want to be intentional, I made up my own word there, intentional to raise our energy is because it's going to help us also be more creative. Okay, we'll be able to create projects faster. We'll be artistically creative. We'll be able to write whatever creativity you have. You might be inspired to create something. You might be inspired to help. You know that feeling when you're in the zone, everything's going well, things seem to be on the easier side. That's what we're going for, and that's where the creativity can come. That also connects with manifestation. We are always wanting to manifest things, right? We take a manifestation class and we're like, again, hoping it's just going to be, oh, do this, do this, do this. Really, what it is raising your vibration and getting into that flow. That's where manifestation happens. You're connected to the energy. When you're connected, you're also empowered. You'll be feeling confident. You'll be more secure in yourself. Somebody gives you a hard time. If you are secure in yourself, it's not going to bother you as much. Okay, if at all, if you're really, really in that space, you'll be trusting yourself, you'll be trusting the flow, so you'll be more empowered. Another thing you'll experience when you get in that flow as much as possible is serendipity. This is when things happen. It's seemingly coincidentally, just, oh, out of the blue, this happened, right? But it's almost as though I don't want to say it's fate. It's the universe guiding you, serendipity guiding you, giving you information, providing insights or benefits, life changes. It's kind of like magic, actually. The universe is working in your favor, bringing you what you want and what you need. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. And then another thing, I'm looking at Courtney's comment. I just took a much anticipated trip. Release intense emotions. Yes, I'm actually going to talk about that tonight, Courtney. Perfect. Yeah, people are with you. The spirits are always with you. And the final thing I wanted to talk about for the reason why you'd want to raise your vibration is you'll be living as your soul, as your true self, because you are the energy of the light, the love, the divine, of that universal divine energy. You are that love and light of that energy. Sometimes people think we don't have control over these things, that it just happens, But really, if we are intentional and I don't want to say work, we play, we explore, we play with playing with this energy. We play with playing this energy. How's that for a sentence? And that will help you raise your vibration and get into that spiritual flow. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about low vibrations, because I want to talk about what they are, examples of it, so you can know what's low. And you'll also, I'm sure you'll recognize yourself in some of these things, because I know I certainly do, and you'll be able to avoid them or change them. Then I will talk about how to get into that higher vibration for you. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual states. Okay, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Low vibration physically would be having, there's quite a few things I'm going to mention, like 6 or 7, okay? Clutter, okay? If we have a lot of stuff around us that's disorganized or messy, that's going to affect our energy and bring our energy down. I like to say that the state of my house is the state of my mind. If it's a mess or out of control, that means my mind is not thinking clearly. I have spent the last several days cleaning my house and organizing it, and I can tell you I feel so much better already. Okay, along that line with physical surroundings are dirty or unclean surroundings, okay? So if you're not a very good housekeeper, and I'm not the best at it, I don't want to take the time usually, but dirty and unclean drags your energy down. Items that don't bring you joy. Okay, remember that lady, what was her name? Marie Kondo? If it didn't spark joy, she was like, get rid of it, throw it out, okay? So items that don't bring you joy, they're dragging you down. You might have items that remind you of unpleasant situations or people you don't want to be reminded of. So if somebody, you used to love gave you this beautiful piece of jewelry and then they left you for another person and you still have this beautiful piece of jewelry, but every time you pick it up, it no longer sparks the love, the joy. It's bringing you down and you should get rid of it. Okay, right? We got to get rid of it. Okay? If you're holding on to broken items, or clothes that haven't fit you in years, right? Oh, I really love this shirt. It was in fashion 25 years ago. Doesn't really fit me anymore, but I really love it. Okay, but if you're not wearing it, it's just taking up space and it is dragging you down. Same thing with broken items. How many times do we hold on to something thinking, oh, I'll fix it. Don't worry, I'll fix it. And then we never do. So give yourself a reasonable amount of time. And if you haven't fixed it or given it to somebody to fix for you, maybe it's time to let it go. Okay, not another thing. In the physical. Physical is big for our energy. Doesn't that sound interesting? Because so many times when we're thinking about energy, we're thinking about, way up here, we don't think about the physical stuff around us. But we live in a physical world, a material world. And if some of these things are dragging us down, they are affecting our energy. So another thing to think about is if you have enough natural light in your living or workspace. Okay, natural light or good light. Okay, do you have enough or not? Another thing, of course, physically, our bodies, right? If we're eating or drinking things that aren't healthy, we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not moving, we're just sitting on a couch all day long, obviously, that's going to be a lower energy. And a final thing here to think about, and there are more, but I don't want to go on forever, would be sensory overload. Okay, this is a physical one, and this is huge, especially for those of us who are empaths or are very sensitive. Sensory overload is gigantic. You've got too much going on around you and it's overwhelming your senses, which is really what happens when we have the clutter. Okay. This includes, of course, what we see, what we hear. It also includes our bodily sensations, whether we're comfortable or not. It includes our surroundings. It includes smells, temperature, air movement. I just really do not like being in front of an air conditioner. I don't like fans on me. I don't like air blowing on me that way. That bothers me. It's an overload for my senses. Being outside in a natural breeze is fine. Other stuff, it's not. Glare. Okay, the light is too bright, that kind of thing. Having the TV on all of the time. I know several people who are really big on background noise and having that TV on, but that can drag your energy down as well. It's a lower energy. So those are some thoughts to think about in terms of low energy with your physical surroundings. Let's talk now about the mental and emotional. This is where we have clutter in our heads, right? We're complaining. We're repeating the same old negative stories. We're stuck in emotions like fear, worry, righteousness. We're judging ourselves or others. We might be stuck in guilt, shame, hatred, jealousy. Another thing that goes along with mental and emotion is listening to music that you don't like or has offensive or violent lyrics. These are all very low energy and they'll drag you down. Leslie says, I sold my TV 5 years ago and I do not miss it. It's wonderful. I remember way back when I was like in 6th grade or something, our TV broke in my house and it was, in the beginning, it was really hard, but after a while, we were outside more, we were reading, all of this stuff. It was amazing for me at that young age to recognize that the TV was actually draining my energy, and I had no idea. Yeah, there are so many things, right? Now, and the next one would be spiritual. Okay, a low vibration would be when we're feeling disconnected. This usually means something has happened, okay? So it's nothing, you're not doing anything wrong. It's not like you've broken a rule or something like that. Usually something happens and we're just overwhelmed by whatever is happening, okay? Linda says, I decluttered today and I feel the difference. It is amazing. It really is. Okay, another one with spiritual is we're trying to protect ourselves with a closed heart. Okay, when we do that, we're closing our energy and it's getting lower. A higher vibration is living with an open heart. Okay, being around electronics in general is too much. Yes, I wrote that down somewhere in my notes. Yes, electronics. Woo, yes. Okay, let's see, what else is there? Oh, spiritually, not trying to live as your best self. You're just not doing it. You're not willing to grow. You're not willing to learn. Another one is not living from love. Now, of course, we are human. We are going to make mistakes. We're going to say things we regret or we shouldn't have. We're going to do things that we go, oops, shouldn't have done that. But as long as we're trying to do our best to live from love, then we're good. Okay. Another one, feeling superior or righteous in your spiritual knowledge. Okay, there's some people out there that are very, this is the only way, and that's not necessarily true. Okay, that would go along with trying to force your spiritual perspectives on other people as though there is only one way for us to grow spiritually. We're all individual, we're all unique, we're all going to do our own growth in our own way with everything that is interesting for us. Okay, hi Colleen. Let's see. Another one, spiritual thing that could bring you down is following a spiritual belief system that encourages controlling other people. If you're watching here, connected with Lily Dale and all of that, you know that spiritualism is not that kind of religion. We are very open, accepting of everyone. You can have your own beliefs, whatever you want to have, and you are accepted here. Okay. Another one is if you have a spiritual belief system that relies on shame or fear, that you're a bad person if you've made a mistake or live a certain way. Okay, so these are all some ideas some thoughts, these things that could be dragging your energy down. Now, being ungrounded is a biggie. Yes, we absolutely need to be grounded. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about how to raise the vibration. And I have a lot of notes here because there's so many different ways, and we're not going to get to them because I really want to do some soul readings. Okay, and if you are just joining in, I'm Colleen Vander Zijden. I'm a registered medium at Lily Dale, and I'm a certified intuitive life coach. And if you have never watched me work before, I have a guide who works with me, so if you happen to see me glancing over here, that's what's happening as I do this. Okay, I'm going to read one thing, being intentional with your physical surroundings to help raise your vibration. Okay, and then I'll do a soul reading or two. If you want a reading, make a comment that gets my attention. Okay, so number one, to raise your vibration, be intentional with your physical surroundings. Remove that clutter. Let go of those things. It can be really hard to hold on or to let go of sentimental items, right? As I was cleaning, I kept finding things and going, oh, look at this that I got when I was, 7, and still holding on to this piece of paper or whatever. We can't keep everything. Take a picture. Keep a few things. If it's items that are still decent, donate or give them away so other people can benefit or enjoy them. When you do this, you donate or give it away to someone else, it's easier to let them go. Go through your clothes, go through your items, get rid of stuff. What you're doing is you are creating physical space around you, which is opening up your mental and emotional space, giving you more freedom, and it's releasing stagnant energies. All those things you're holding on to are stagnant energy. They're not going anywhere. They're just sitting there. They're dragging you down. Okay, so clean your house. It's like cleaning your mind. Be aware of the chemicals in your house. Try to be as natural as possible. Add more light. I love light. Windows open as much as possible. I love light. Get the nice lamps with the good bulbs, not the really glary ones. Take care of your physical body. We all know this, but do the best you can with that and be aware of your sensory overload. If you're not comfortable, what do you need to change? Looser clothing, comfortable chairs, remove the odors, add pleasant aromas, turn off the TV, etc., etc. Okay, now here I go. Ready? I'm going back because you guys were really good following directions. And let's see who grabs me. Okay. Meg, well, about 95% of that applies to me. And Meg, you are not alone. Meg, I'm going with you because you got my attention right there. It's hard to know what's going to get my attention, people. It's just the way it is. Now, when I go to somebody and I'm giving them some information, listen in because it's not just personal for them. Spirit, my guide, wants to teach to everyone. So what I say to Meg may very well apply to the rest of you too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch in with Meg and I'm going to talk about her qualities, her positive qualities, what kind of person she is, and just see what else comes out of my mouth. So I happen to know, and I only know this because my guide is telling me this, that Meg is actually a person who's highly sensitive. Meg, you are so sensitive. You have such a big heart. Your heart is gigantic. You are empathic. You feel very deeply. These are very positive qualities, but sometimes, as you know, and other people might recognize as well, that it can sometimes be too much. And when things get too much, when we have that big open heart, that beautiful, empathic, sensitive energy, it can be hard for us to take care of, for example, the clutter in our house, because it takes a lot of energy to do that. So someone like Meg, anybody like Meg, we want to make sure we're protecting our energy. Now, the beautiful thing with Meg's energy, too, is I have to tell you, I'm also seeing colors. Sometimes I see colors as I'm talking to somebody's soul, so to speak. And what I am seeing is silver. And the silver, I have to tell you, Meg, gives me such a sense of confidence. It gives me a sense of strength for you. I know you're a strong person. I know there are times you don't feel that way, but I know you're a strong person. With this silver too, there is what is the word I need? The exact word I need. It is, the word I want to use, and it's not quite right, is elegance and grace. I want to use elegance and grace. Like it goes, in my mind, that goes with integrity. You want to do the right thing. Okay, this silver, it's giving me goosebumps actually. I love when that happens. It's so strong to me. You are getting right now, this moment plus in this time, not just this moment because I'm talking to you, but you are getting a huge amount of spiritual energy in with you. A huge amount. It is a lifting up energy. It is a strength energy. And these are all parts that you have within yourself. And they're just giving you a little extra boosts of it. Along with that, there is this really awesome sense of, you know what it is? It's the love. It's the love that I feel. You have so much love that you share with people. And I'm being told to tell you, make sure you share it with yourself and give yourself that grace and that kindness. Okay, so that you have that. Yes, with the grace and the kindness, if you start beating yourself up and saying, oh, I should be doing that, I should be doing that, just set that aside and just do one thing. One little thing. That's all we got to do is one little thing. Give yourself 15 minutes and do one little thing, and that's it. That'll get you started in that path to start feeling more empowered. Okay? Thanks, Meg. So everybody, what happens with this is if you have some clutter in your house, you need to do some things and stuff, set a timer for 15 minutes and just do 15 minutes. Okay, now, Facebook is telling me that we have started a stars party. Your audience has been challenged to send stars in the next 5 minutes. So if you send stars, now what stars is it's sending me gratitude that I am here working with you tonight. That's what it is. So if you're into stars, feel free to send some stars and see what we can do. Okay, let me see what else I want. I'm in the mood to do another reading and not talk any more about other things. Thank you, Jill, for the stars. So let's see. I'm looking. I saw something else. And let's do Ron, because Ron is here all the time. And I don't think I've ever gotten to Ron. So Ron, let's do you. Let's go and see how you feel. Oh, beautiful. Okay, Ron, I love your energy. I love when I connect with anybody's energy, really, everybody, just so you know, I'm not like favoritism here. I love everybody's energy. And there's just something so wonderful of my ability to be able to see somebody's soul. Ron is probably one of the most kindest, gentlest people you will ever meet. Okay, I do not know Ron personally. I've only seen his name here on Facebook, and I know that he's a kind and gentle person. I know that he's also someone who is taking his spiritual growth seriously and wanting to do what is best. Ron, you must be a little bit on the quiet, more introverted side, because there is this sense of you observing people and really watching them. And I don't mean it like in a stalker way. It's more of observing them and recognizing, it's like you're doing readings, recognizing where they are on their path and what they might need. You know, you have a lot of intuition in you, and part of your purpose here in this lifetime is to show that kindness and caring to other people, to even in some ways help guide them to living as their soul as well. You have a real gift for seeing people as they are, and you've learned over the years to trust yourself on this, and that when people who are not let's just say as nice as you are, you've learned discernment and to not go there. You are the kind of person that is definitely, you're just, it's so special how you connect with people and make them feel seen and make them feel heard. I do not feel, though, that you have a lot of people that you talk to, okay? So it's definitely a more, when it feels right thing, okay? And that's fine, okay? You don't have to go like, do something gigantic. It's the individual that each of us touches that makes the difference. That's what we want. We want to keep it that way. Each of us makes a difference in this world. And Ron, with your kindness and your caring and your connections with others, you're making a difference here. Okay. Thanks, Ron. Thanks for letting me check in with your energy and see what's going on. Okay, let's see what else we got going here. Okay. Let me do this. Let me talk about the next thing, emotions. And while I'm doing that, you can ask questions and get my attention again. Okay, so the next thing to think about for raising your vibration, you're going to love this one. Feel your emotions. Feel your emotions. Don't skip your challenging emotions. We have to experience them and process them so we can cleanse our vibration and make our vibration as high as possible. Lots of times when we have those challenging emotions, we are holding on to something, right? We're holding on to something. We want something to be different, or we're resisting those emotions, wanting them to go away. So what we want to do is become aware of our emotions and then step into them. It only takes like 1.5 to 2 minutes to feel the emotions. Sometimes people think if we're on a spiritual path, we have to be happy all the time, right? I'm going to raise my vibration. I'm just going to be happy, but we're faking it. Okay. The more we feel the more challenging emotions, the more we're going to feel the even better, happier, joyful moments as well. It's not healthy if we don't feel our emotions, okay? And we don't want to bypass them. So if you start to notice that you're going down that rabbit hole, as we like to say, something happens and all of a sudden you're deep into some emotion, you've been emotionally hijacked is what's happened, okay? As soon as you notice, just take a pause. Okay, awareness, you become aware, you take a pause, you step back and you go, oh, I went down that rabbit hole. Okay, and then it can really help to name your emotions, how you're really feeling. Sometimes we just know, I'm feeling bad. Well, what does that mean? Are you miserable? Are you unhappy? Are you angry? Are you annoyed? Are you frustrated? What is it that you're having? What is it you're feeling? And then the next thing, once you recognize it, name it, then look for an emotion a little bit higher, just a little bit, okay? It might be easier to go from anger to annoyance than it is to go from anger to, oh, I love. Okay, so we move up a little bit at a time. It's okay to do it that way. I think sometimes we think, oh, I'm going to get rid of my anger and I'm just going to be loving all the time. But we may have to go in steps, little increments as we're going, and that's okay. Okay. Okay, we have a spammer I see happening. If you see somebody saying inbox me right now, I have a message for you. Do not engage with them. They're a spammer. They're a troll. Okay, we will block that as soon as I can. Somebody else might try to block it, but I don't know if it'll block just for you or help my page or not. But anyway, I see a spammer happening. Okay. So back to the annoyance. I am annoyanced with them. Not really. Okay. We have to be careful with our emotions because sometimes we judge ourselves for not being happier. I should be happier. My life is fine. I should be happier. Well, recognize that you're judging yourself and then step back again. Okay, now what we're heading for, the higher emotions, of course, are going to be the love, the peace, the joy, enthusiasm, passion, contentment, optimism, hope, confidence, bliss. I love bliss. Okay, we want to be going for those. Okay, those are the ones we're heading for, but just little steps at a time to get there. Okay, now, yes, I don't know if I can block her, Louise Helen, as I'm working here because I don't want to, like mess it up somehow. I do have a spammer. Look at you guys. You guys are so awesome. Let me go on my phone. While you're doing that, while I'm doing this, I am going to look for somebody that catches my interest again. And I'm going to see if I can't go on my own page and block her right now. Bear with me, please, because I know people like this are so irritating. Okay, now I'm going to hear myself. So let's get rid of that. Louise, I can't even find her. There we are. Oh, I can't do it from here. Sorry, I guess we're just going to ignore her. I can't do it. Okay. Anyway, ignore her. We can have our annoyance going. Okay. Okay. Okay, what if you feel your emotions too much? Laura says. Okay, got my attention. Laura. You know what? Emotions are interesting, aren't they? Because we live our lives from our emotions. Okay, this is how we live our lives. So, is it possible to feel them too much? I suppose it can be if it's incapacitating, right? We get stuck on that. But it's also a blessing to be able to feel like that. So if we feel them too much, we might want to move into some kind of non-attachment. Let me step into a little reading for you, Laura, and see what pops into my head right now. Yeah. Okay. So part of it is that, Laura, that you are the kind of person that is also, and I am so lucky, most of my audience is like this, but you are the kind of person also who is an empath and a sensitive. You live from love. Okay. You live from love. You also, I would expect, just from what you've said, but also the feeling I get, is you hold yourself up to a very high standard. Okay, you may have been also at some points in your life a perfectionist, where you want everything to be perfect, and there is a sense that you may have tried to kind of control yourself too much. Like if I do this just the right way, then I'll be okay. Then life is perfect. That kind of feeling. And I wonder too if you think that you're feeling your emotions too much. And again, yes, there are times, and I will agree, that our emotions are just overwhelming. So we need to step back in different ways, and we'll see if something pops in my head with that for you. But with this, I wonder if if maybe somebody at some point maybe said to you, you're too sensitive, or stop crying, stop this, stop that, which has now kind of made you judge yourself for having these emotions. And what I have found is the more we resist those emotions, the harder they are to process. If we instead go, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now, and that will really help, Laura. Actually, I'm going to backtrack for a second. That will really help if you name the emotions. It will really, really help, because then you can start identifying exactly how you're feeling. Not just I'm angry, maybe I'm rage, but maybe I'm just annoyed. Okay, so we can start to see the finer points of the emotions. That will help. It will also help you step back from them and detach a little bit, okay, from them. Okay, the other thing is to accept the emotions. So if you think you feel them too much, play with sitting with them for 1.5 to 2 minutes and see what happens. Like if you're really happy, be really happy. If you're really sad, be really sad, and see what happens, because that's going to clear it out, and it may very well rebalance your energy, especially because you have such a beautiful, loving energy. You really do want to do the right things, okay? I do wonder if you hold yourself up to a very high standard on that. So give yourself a little grace. We'll use the word grace again. Give yourself a little grace on that. Okay, let's see what else we got. Thank you, Laura. Okay, Devin. She works from home. Hard not to feel what they feel. Bring these people home with me. I don't know how to separate myself from them. Sometimes it's as simple as just recognizing that everybody else has their own path and you have your path. I like to say in my empath classes that you can care about somebody, but you don't have to carry their stuff. Okay, you can care. And see, Devin, you're also an empath and a sensitive. I wonder if I'll go to anybody who's not. I think you're all empaths and sensitives. And as empaths and sensitives, we want to, we care about people. We love people. We want to help people. We can commiserate with them. We pick up the energies of other people. Now, I can pick up now. Maybe this is a good time to actually mention this, and I'm not going to leave you, Devin. When I used to do healing work a long time ago, I would feel in my body what my client had going on. So if they had, a heart issue, I could feel the heart issue. If they had pain in their arm, I could feel the pain in my arm. I was just getting that as information, but I wasn't holding on to it. I wasn't keeping it as my own because it wasn't mine. It's kind of similar when we pick up other people's energies because we care about them. It's very similar. We can go, you know what, that's their stuff. I can care, but I don't have to take it with me. So that can help in some ways too. Another thing, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, for you, I want to go into the color. I got two colors happening with you. I've got yellow. Yellow to me is my personal power color. Okay, that's the color where I'm confident, I'm secure, I'm intelligent, that kind of color. So I get yellow for you. So those all apply to you. And I also get the purple, which is my high spiritual color, which means I'm spiritually connected. Something you might try. I did not know I was going to say this. Something you might try is if you notice you're thinking about someone, send them a prayer or send them positive thoughts. Okay, just send them. So that way you feel like you're doing something to help, which you are, because you're sending them positive energy, but also you're not getting caught up in their energy. Okay, so that may be something to try. So that's a thought for you. Okay, I'll leave you there, Devin. This person is obnoxious, isn't she? This Louise Helen, go away. Da, da, da. I do have a spammer. She's so obnoxious. Okay. Samia, let's come to you. Okay, now I know Samia personally, everybody. It's okay, so I'm not going to go deep into a soul reading for her because I already know she's a wonderful person and she's very kind and she's very caring, she's very smart. I already know all those things. Okay, so she wants some input on connecting with herself and her environment while feeling very isolated. Something I like to try to do when I'm feeling a little bit off and isolated in that way is to make a point of connecting with my body, to really feel my body. So feel what's happening physically in my body. And then as I start to do that, I might start checking in with the energy in my body and see what that feels like. When we check in with the energy, we'll feel different sensations, heat, cold, tingling, those kinds of things. That brings us back here, especially if you're feeling isolated. So you get kind of connected with yourself a little bit deeper that way. Another thing that's fun to do that might be helpful would be to do some automatic writing. I don't know if you learned how to do automatic writing ever, but that's where we set an intention that either our higher self, our soul, spirits, guides are going to write through us. What I like to do when I teach it, the first thing I do is to have somebody hold some kind of an object. I call it a nature object. So it might be a crystal, a rock, a leaf, a shell, whatever, a piece of grass, a flower. And you kind of connect with that and get messages from it. So you start writing. The trick is, as soon as you start writing, don't stop. Just keep writing. Okay. And what'll happen is you might go, oh, I don't know what to write about. The flower is amazing. It's beautiful. But then what might happen is all of a sudden you go, and what you need to do right now is breathe more. Or maybe what you need to do now is create music. Or maybe what you need to do now is this, or paint, or something like that. Be creative in some way, which is actually a really good thing to do, Samia, is the creativity. And I know you're creative. So creativity brings us back to our soul's energy, and that will help. So we've got writing, we've got feeling the body, we've got doing something creative for you. I like the writing a lot for some reason, for you. Maybe because it feels like it might be more new. So give that a whirl. When you're writing, okay, say you've got an object and you're holding it. So I've got a crystal here. I'm holding it. I might look at it, connect with it, feel it, just kind of get some energy flowing. And then I would just start writing. The crystal feels like this, the crystal that, the crystal is telling me this. And then just see what happens. Maybe some of those ideas will help. We'll see. Okay. Laura, I almost feel guilty having to ask for help. Okay, I use automatic writing in the form of letters to myself. That's it, exactly. Okay. Okay, checking still. Okay. Let me talk about one more thing and then I'm going to do another reading. Yes, I'll do that. Because this is a really important one that you can actually play with this week. Because you know me, I like a how-to, right? So we've got being intentional with your physical surroundings. We've got feeling your emotions. Now this one, be intentional with your words. Okay? Be intentional with your words. Your words carry vibration. There was a guy, Masaru Emoto, who wrote books called Messages from Water. And what he did is he would take pictures of water and it would show what vibration basically the water had. So I'm going to see if one of them, if I can show you one, okay, and see if it works. This one, it's a little glary. Hold on. Okay, yeah, you can see it there. This one right here, that is, you make me sick, I will kill you. Did you see that? That was icky. Okay, then we also have, because I wanted to show you, because these are really cool. If I can just do it without the glare. Okay, this one here is, hold on, I'm trying to get it better angled for you. This one's the devil, and this one's an angel. Okay, so what happened was the more positive words, the positive energies were more beautiful. So they carry, your words carry an energy. Obviously, the low energies would be gossiping, calling people names, ridiculing, criticizing, judging, and don't forget judging yourself counts as a low energy word. Negativity, complaining. High energy would be being nice. Just be nice, right? Be kind, caring, loving. You want to be deliberate in the high vibrational words you use. So you want to be aware. Don't just speak habitually. We're reprogramming our mind. So many of us just talk. If we slow down a little bit and be more intentional, we can use our words for positive energy. The more positive words you use, the higher your energy is going to go. It's a fact, okay? It's a fact. That's why we pray, right? Pray. Prayers are high energy. Intentions. You know how I love my morning intentions. I send you guys intentions every Tuesday. Okay, you guys are on my mailing list. So intentions, they're raising our energy. Affirmations, where we're giving us positive words about ourselves. These are all ways to raise your energy. Even in conversation with each other, pay attention to what you're saying. Okay, now going back because we got to do more readings. So, Julie, I want peace and joy, yet my husband and daughter hoard and have clutter everywhere. They don't believe this and won't do it or let me declutter or organize, and I'm good at it. It doesn't feel like well-being here, but I don't want to split up with them. My daughter's 32 and disabled. I don't know what to do. That's why I think transitioning is the only way. Okay, Julie, I'm calling you out on that one right now, girl, because you know, transitioning is not the only way. Okay, that's your soul says no on that one, girl. Your soul just says no. No. Okay, now Julie, let's talk about your soul for a minute and then I'll come back for practical tips for you. Okay, your soul. We know you're sensitive as well, all of you. Every single one of you. Anybody I talk to, just know that I'm going to say that to you. You are sensitive. You have a lot of caringness there. It's taken you a long time to get strong in yourself, to believe in yourself. You're still working on it. You're trying to believe in yourself. You're trying to believe that you are worthy, you are valuable. Your house is your house and their house too. But if that energy is so bad because of the clutter everywhere, then something has to be done. Okay. Now, whether it's you take a room over and you make it your space where it's decorated the way you like, because in our physical surroundings, we want to have beauty around us, right? We want to get rid of the clutter, the junk and stuff. We want to have things that we look at and we go, oh, I love this. This is beautiful. Or, oh, this really inspires me. So maybe it's getting like you have your own space that way. Now, here's the thing. And as souls, we aren't meant to run away. We are meant to grow. We're supposed to be growing. We're supposed to be reclaiming our soul, living as our soul, the love and light of our soul. So we came into this physical body to live as our souls. Transitioning is the only way out, is running away. Your soul says no. Okay, your soul says no. Okay, it says no, you've got to figure out another way. There's always another way. There comes a point in our lives, and I am not suggesting anything beyond what I'm about to say. There comes a point in our lives where we have to make ourselves a priority. We have to. This doesn't mean we don't care about people. It doesn't mean we don't love people. But if we are living in an unhealthy environment, we are living in a situation that really is dragging us down and in causing depression, anxiety, etc., then we have to prioritize ourselves, and we need to learn, what is it that is most important? What do I need? You guys have watched me long enough to know that I'm all about becoming your true self, which is your soul. All about that, living as that. The more we are living as our soul, the happier we become. This doesn't mean we have a easy, free life for the rest of the life and everything is, easy, no problems. No, we're still going to have problems. But if we're as connected to our soul as possible, that means our power is going to be strong. It's going to help us take action and do what we need to do so that we can live our happiest lives. Nobody else is going to create our happy lives for us. We have to do it ourselves. Okay? When we are living as our true self, our energy is as high as possible. Okay, that's what we're doing. And then as we keep doing it and we keep connecting to that spiritual flow, to that divine energy, our energy will keep raising even more. It's just the way it is. That's how it works. So, Julie, you'll have to start thinking about what kind of life you really want. Okay, what do you really want? Don't go, I want this, but this will happen. Nope. You come up with it, what you want, without any buts, no buts. You're just making a list, that's all. You're just thinking about what you want. That's all it is. And that's going to help get your soul going and give you some ideas. Okay, we've got to start kind of contemplating how we want to live, what kind of life we want to have. Our soul wants to live this way. Our soul wants this. Our soul needs this. Our soul needs peace. Our soul needs love, whatever it might be. And that's what we would need to do. So little thoughts for you. Yes. Nice. Okay. Leslie, what does it mean when a color becomes prevalent? I keep seeing, hearing yellow, yellow, yellow. I've been seeing yellow things or reading the word yellow for 3 days now. I love it. Okay, that's a fun one for me. Okay, so yellow, that is your personal power. Okay, that's your power. It goes with the third chakra, the one that's your stomach area. Okay, it goes with that area. Personal power. It goes with your wisdom, it goes with joy, it goes with your energy, and it goes with optimism too. Okay, yellow is a great color. It's a very positive color. Now, what may be happening, Leslie, is that you're getting reminded of your personal power, and also this energy could be just coming in to help you out. Okay, yellow will come to you and maybe wanting you to be more intentional in how you're using your power. Like I was just talking to Julie about prioritizing herself. Maybe there's something along that line in it for you, where maybe it's something about what is it you want and which direction do you want to go to. I'm all about dreaming big. I want to dream big. If you could do anything you wanted and know you would succeed, what would you do? One of my favorite questions. Because if you know you're going to succeed, there's nothing in your way. There's no blocks. So this may be encouragement for you. That's a good word. And you know what it felt like right there at that moment too? It almost felt like this jumping off point. Okay, like you're at the point now where you get to just jump wholeheartedly into something. And that's pretty cool. And I know, Leslie, for you, at your soul level, again, sensitive, positive, etc., loving, kind, caring, that's you. But you also have, kind of like Ron, you have a special gift of connecting with people. You're very good at that. And I bet you lend your strength to other people, lend your power to other people too. Yeah, so I bet you that's what that yellow means. That's some thoughts for you. Now, let's see. I want to remind you guys, Thursday night, 7:30 p.m., I am going to be posting on my Facebook page Colleen Vanderzijden, medium and intuitive life coach. I am going to be posting the rules, if you will, the steps to do the giveaway for the free soul reading. This is a full soul reading. It's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. Okay. So, where I will go on and on about you and everything about you. And we're going to pick somebody with a random name generator. And so you'll want to be there. Now, you need to be following my page. However, if you're not following my page, not going to happen. So you want to double check and see if you are actually following my page. I know some of my regular followers are not necessarily following my page. So you want to double check that. And I recommend you do that as soon as possible so you don't forget. Colleen Vanderzijden, medium and intuitive life coach. If I'm talking to you here on my page, and I actually have said your name, you are on my page right now. Okay, let's see what else. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Okay, Heather, I'm going to do this real quick one. I'm very curious as to the significance of a person having a rainbow aura. Okay, I actually have questions on that. Like, how do you know it's a rainbow aura? Do you see it on somebody else? Did somebody tell you you have a rainbow aura? Etc. So I guess I have questions, so maybe that's not a good one as a quick one because there's questions here. The thing is with the auras, our auras reflect all sorts of, reflect our energy, our physical energy, mental, emotional, spiritual energy. So the colors are going to be changing all the time. An aura cam. Okay. I just found a bunch of my aura pictures the other day when I was cleaning my office. Yes. So aura cam. Love it. Now, all the colors, how do you like, you're going to like this one. All the colors are one color. It's like all the colors are in white. Okay. In that beautiful white light. All the colors are in there. So that may be the case, that your energy is actually quite well balanced. That may be it. Okay. So when I'm talking about the colors with somebody, what I'm seeing is a color representation of their soul, and then interpreting it that way. It's funny, Heather, because what I see with you is green. I see a lot of green. Green is a healing color. Green is the heart color. Green is about nature, harmony, growth, love. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing for you. So that's cool. I see a lot of green. Anyway, there you go. That's a quick answer to your quick question. Yes, thank you all. Have a wonderful birthday. Okay. Okay. So, follow me, Colleen Vanderzijden, medium intuitive life coach, especially if you want a chance at that free reading. Make sure you let your friends know too. If a friend, you think a friend might be interested in a soul reading, let them know. You could probably tag them. It's probably be okay. Don't know. You would see what happens. So Thursday, 7:30 p.m., lilydaleassembly.org. Be Courageously You is my website, or ColleenVanderzijden.com. And next week, what we will do is we will talk some more about how to raise your energy, and I will continue and do more of the mini soul readings because I have so many things to tell you. And so there you have it. So I will stop talking because I have exceeded my time as usual. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's always so much fun to talk to you and just give you some guidance or some readings or information, whatever my guide wants to talk about. And I love your questions. So if you have some questions this week, you can always feel free to message me, or you can also feel free to ask them next week. And I see Greg has posted info on the Soul Empowerment Community, which I was going to mention, but I never did get around to it. So we have a community of like-minded people, very kind, wonderful, sensitive, awesome people. And we are going to be reopening the doors to that very soon. So if you're looking for people who get you and you want to learn more about living as your soul, then you could join us with this community. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.